All right. So as everybody can see, I am not Nancy. It might say Nancy down there. I am not Nancy. Obviously, I am Jen. Nancy is off to a conference this week, and so she has been voluntold to be at some evening things, and tonight is one of those things. So I am going to run us through a few things in the meeting tonight. So first things first, tomorrow registration closes. Tomorrow at midnight, Ange? Okay.
I think the intent to attend closes tonight at midnight, and then I'm not sure about GS events, but the final group registration closes tomorrow at midnight.
There we go.
PM, not AM.
Yeah, there you go.
Evening, tomorrow night,
Yeah,
midnight.
yeah. Before the AM thing rolls in.
Before
11:59.
Saturday.
Yeah. So that Bailey said to make sure, double check all of your adults, make sure that they are background checked. It will tell you that in your MyGS. It'll say if they're active or not. If it does not list them as active, that means they probably need a background check. And you can email council about that, and they can walk you through that process. If you have done an intent to attend, but have not actually registered on GS events, you need to go on to GS events and register. Final payment stuff will come out in the next week or so to collect all of that, correct?
So I think everyone that I've seen registered so far has paid whatever they're not paying with program credits, they've paid it with via card at the end of registration with PayPal.
Okay, there you go.
And then whatever the balance with program credits is, they're getting that to council, and then we'll get it from council to verify.
So that's all coming. So, and yeah. Maria, I'm going to let somebody else in. So that is all coming your way. It should be fairly straightforward now. If PayPal is working, great, finally.
Sounds like it is.
Finally.
Seems like it is. I've been seeing receipts, yeah.
To get all that stuff hashed out. So another things to verify with your girls on your registration and stuff, make sure that your t-shirt sizes are correct, because whatever t-shirt size is listed for your girls is the t-shirt size that they're going to get. There will not be extras, so there'll be no swapping of shirts and that kind of stuff. If you have one that doesn't fit your girl, you're going to have to trade with somebody else that has the same age level girl and gets the same color in order to swap sizes around if need be. So I would just double check all of that and make sure that your shirt sizes are all good, and that your adults are all background checked and registered. Also, you will get a camp doc thing that is like your health histories and that kind of stuff. So make sure that it gets filled out for each of your girls as well going into the next couple of weeks. They will kind of harass you about it. I believe, Ange, is the driver's licenses and all of the travel information stuff is in GS events, right? It's not in
It's in ours.
Oh, is it on our end? Okay.
It's in our registration form, and then sorry, loading cat hair, trying not to inhale it. Once you hit submit, it actually goes to council and they verify the information that you've uploaded for drivers, and then once they hit approve, then you're fully approved. But so it's just kind of a final check, just so they can make sure that everything's like it's the intent to travel.
Got it.
Sort of stuff.
Somebody had a question.
There's a couple of questions. Leanna, right? Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to double check. If you can send the name that's not showing up, send that to the info@Jubilation email address. I'll double check that, or get with Nancy once she gets home tomorrow and see if she's registered in the last couple of days. I don't know that we've done an import from council. Because when they register in GS events, they have to do an export and then we import it into our system. So if it's been really recent, she might not have gotten transferred over just yet. but if it's older than that,
Like a week and a half.
okay, yeah, she should be
Should
in
go
there.
down.
So we'll double check and
Okay.
see what's going on there. Kelsey, which totals you said you're having issues with the registration link. Which totals are messed up? Um,
So when we're going into like finish out the registration link and stuff, it says that we have to put in like 0 to 100 of program credits or 5 to 100 of program credits that are being used, but it won't let us put in like zero out the balance for using all of the program credits. It
That
says
might
the
be-
numbers have to be between 5 and 100.
I'll double check on the form. I think I don't have it in front of me because I only have one monitor right now, so I can't pull it up next to the meeting. But I do know it might have some filters in because you can't use the program credits for like adult registrations. So if you're trying to pay for like everyone in your troop, you can't do that. It has to be for girl registrations. But if that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Otherwise, I'll take a look and just see if there's some cap in there for some reason.
Yeah, because when you go to push submit, it says that a number value has to be between 5 and 100. It can't be 0.
Okay. Could you also email that to info at just for, I'll write it down as well, but just for a reminder for me so I can double check that after. And just like with your troop, so I can go in and take a look. Or like with your group name, I guess would be how it's registered in there.
Or troop 0512.
Okay.
Any other questions about any of that while we're kind of on it? I know I've got Kaylin coming in, hopefully. Kaylin, do you have any registration issues?
I am muted. No, I'm not.
No, you're good.
Can
You're
you hear
good. Yep.
Yep.
Mom, I'm on the phone. Get ice cream. No, I'm on the phone. Can we talk about chip? Go away. I just need to add one of my adults. She's missing from my roster to pay tonight.
Did she register in the last couple of days?
I think she registered on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
So she
it'll
might not have
probably-
been in the last upload that we did, and we're working on getting another upload. So she might be in there tomorrow at the latest, but we're working on that one.
Okay, because I know Troop
Um,
1021 who's joining me, they're trying to do their stuff tonight too. So I don't know if they've done their intent yet to try and get on the roster to sign up for tomorrow too.
What is that troop number?
1021. With a Trisha DEIJIN or Jen did something.
What was that again? Sorry.
Trisha 1021.
Okay. I was just telling them I don't have a second monitor right now, so I can't pull it up next to the meeting. But I'm writing it down so I can look it up after the meeting. And then also if you
Okay,
could
so-
send us an email, then that'll also help and I can keep track of who I need to respond to.
Okay, because I emailed Wednesday or yesterday that they were trying to sign up still. So
Okay.
To the info at Jubilation one? Or to council?
both.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go take a look and see if I can find that one.
Okay.
Nancy's been managing most of that and she had her work had a really wonderfully timed mandatory work trip. So we're doing our best right now. So appreciate the patience.
Never fails.
Well, good. I'm just currently doing my thing with my parents. I'm like, okay, you guys have to show up because I need driver's licenses and insurance cards. So
Right.
Yep.
we're at McDonald's.
Oh, well, good. It works.
I think
Shirley
Kelsey had a
wants to
hand up,
ask
but I
about
think she just left.
scholarships.
We had a financial aid form, but I think that closed.
I can ask Bailey really fast.
Yeah. double check. And surely if we can't get an answer for you right away, we can let you know as well.
Yeah.
We can follow up with some other stuff.
Okay, I sent her a text. I didn't know she was headed to a meeting, so we'll see if she can reply
Yeah.
to that. I was talking about double checking everybody's that your adults are all background checked. So in your my GS thing, make sure that they say they're active, and that everybody is registering on GS events, which everybody sounds like they are. And double checking things like t-shirt sizes and things like that for each of your girls, because whatever it says in there is what you're getting in your t-shirt size. So I'm not ordering extras. So we will not have that. And I will have a list of every girl and what t-shirt size they get. And they're going to be color coded. So everybody will have a certain one. Final payments will be due in GS events as well. And it sounds like anything extra will go through council with your
So
bonuses, your cookie bonuses.
sorry, just really
No.
quick correction. There isn't any payment through GS events.
Oh, it's not the GS
just-
events, it's for you guys through PayPal.
Yeah, through
Right.
PayPal.
That's
Sorry,
right.
just didn't
Sorry.
want to confuse
Yeah.
anything.
Bailey
anyone
said to
listening or
make
anything.
sure that everybody is also registered through GS events. That's what she was telling me. Sorry, guys.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Leanna has her hand raised.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go for it.
I do. I just had a quick question, and maybe I should know this probably, but I don't. So I've got myself and another parent in my group, and we're going to be transporting some of the girls. So I've got our, insurance and driver's license. I have one parent who's going to drive her own kid and only her own kid. Do I need all that for her too?
Send that to Nancy through the info.jubilation or at the
Okay, I'll just put all that together tonight then.
yeah, and ask her that
Yeah.
because I think sometimes it's good to make sure that you have all of that stuff for her just in case at some point she does end up for whatever random reason
Yeah.
taking some girls with her.
Still push me.
So it's
Yeah, like
probably
we were-
worth that. I mean, I'm gonna assume that that's gonna be Nancy's reply, but
Yeah,
not
I
knowing
don't
for sure.
know what I don't think it's safety wise anymore, but like whatever the rules are in there.
Yeah.
But like we were talking about with staff, like just in case there's some off chance that you might have a girl that is not your kid in the car, you might as well. But yeah, definitely a Nancy question.
A couple other things to kind of chat a little bit about. Don't forget about the pancake feed on Sunday. It will be before our final ceremony. You can buy tickets ahead, $4 per person, or $5 at the door afterwards. So that is going to be from 8 to about 10 o'clock on Sunday morning for breakfast before we take off and before we do our final ceremony and stuff and then take off. So, that is all I had on my list. Ange, do you have anything else that you can think of?
I'm copying down the information that Kaylin just sent. So
Perfect.
hang on. Single check brain at the moment. Not that I can think of. Like you were saying, just make sure everyone's in there and yeah.
And I think I know we were kind of supposed to talk about logistics a little bit tonight, but I think that will kind of come in our upcoming ones.
Yeah, I think it was in a couple of weeks that we had it scheduled, and I think it might be better to discuss a little bit later just because we'll have more solidified.
Yeah.
Because right now, once we get all of the final registrations in, then we can start like
numbers.
doing the numbers and we can start figuring out like, okay, how many of these like we have a couple of groups that are like 45, 50 people. Like, okay, we need some really large campsites, smaller campsites, start breaking that up and
Yeah.
have a better idea of all of that. And then we can share it, because right now we don't have any of that because we didn't have the numbers.
And that's kind of
So,
what I've been running into with things
yeah.
like t-shirts and stuff too. So
Right.
sweet.
Yeah, Kaylin?
I know I emailed for Alina Godinez. Her mom accidentally put in an adult small t-shirt for her daughter and she needed a youth medium. So I don't know if that got corrected on my end, but I emailed a few days ago on that one.
I didn't personally do that one. I believe Nancy would have. But I'll double check. And we'll go through before, and Jen, like, before we actually make the final order, we'll go through and make sure we didn't miss any emails
Yeah.
and just
Okay.
make sure everything's correct.
Right,
Kind of
because
do
I'm
like
sitting
that
there trying to make
final like
sure.
double check. Yeah.
I mean,
All
at
the
least
shirts
at that size, it wouldn't be too small.
Right, but a couple of my girls are a little bigger, so they did order the adult smalls. But Alina's like 50 pounds.
It's harder when the shirts are too small
Right.
versus the ones that are
Right.
too big. So if we ran into one that was too big, it's, then you run into that thing where you can trade somebody to a smaller one sometimes. But yeah, we should be able to get that fixed.
Yeah. And like I said, we'll go through and make sure we haven't missed any emails or anything before we
Kelsey must have got booted out. And
make
she's
an
coming
order.
back in. There, we brought her back in. Kelsey, I think you got booted out. All right, is there anything else from anybody?
Oh, Kelsey's still connecting to audio. There she
Oh,
is.
she? There she is. Hi, Kelsey. You're back. Did you have any questions or anything for us? Anything else anyway?
I did have one more question. So you
Okay.
said that we can't use program credits to pay for adults. I thought girls could pay for their parent with program credits.
I think that's a council restriction on the program credit. I think from what I remember, the girls can pay for their sisters, but not their parents. Jen, do you know, or do any of the other leaders know?
I'm not sure. I'm texting Bailey really fast.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I remember reading. But it's been a minute since I read that. So
And Shirley, I got a reply from Bailey. She says that there is some financial aid still available. So send an email to the info email and we'll get it figured out.
Okay, so I sent an email asking about financial aid this week, and so that's why I was
Okay.
asking now, because I hadn't heard back. So
That's probably partly because we're reading through stuff as with
Yeah.
Nancy being out. So
yeah,
so
and
do you want
I
me to send
don't-
it again?
if you would, I don't remember seeing that, and I did scroll back a little bit, so I don't know if it maybe didn't go through or if I just completely missed it. That's entirely possible. Sorry about that, but yeah, if you would resend that, that would be helpful. And I also have it written down that you were asking about it as well.
we can just link things up for that.
Yeah.
So Bailey's probably in their service unit meeting. Oh, no, she's probably in her service unit meeting now. So Kelsey, we can probably get back to you on that too. As soon as we hear from Bailey about it, she'll.
Shirley and I are in the same troop, so
Oh,
it
okay.
can all just go to one email.
Okay.
So it's less complicated.
All the things. Any other questions? And if anybody watching the recording has questions and stuff, go ahead and email us with those questions and stuff. We will try to
Yep.
get to them as soon as
That
possible.
email it. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I was just gonna say, if you don't have the email address, it's info@jubilation-ssc.org.
There we go. All
Just in
right,
case you
guys.
don't have it. or haven't received enough emails from it yet.
Right. All right, guys, I think that does it for tonight. And we will do this again next week, and we'll have a little bit more concrete stuff next week. So, yay!
Looking
we're
forward to seeing you
counting
guys in
down.
a few weeks. In person in a few weeks.
4 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary. It'll be fun though. We'll have a
Yes,
good
it'll
time.
be great. It'll be good. All right, guys. Night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Now I have to figure out how to stop recording.
It should be in the same place.
I know. I just have to find it. There it is.